Hey guys, I'm in my office where I always am in the car. Wanted to do a quick bulk update. Probably not going to be quick. I'm probably lying about that. Um, but it's been a while, so you guys owe me some ear time. I wanted to talk about some, I guess, of the pros and cons, or my ups and downs of my bulk right now. Uh, I'm going into my third month soon of planned bulking. Like I said, that's not counting the probably month or so that I discovered that I was bulking before I even started. So it's probably been maybe, I started the beginning of November and it is now a week into January. So whatever that ends up being. I put I'm going to add the link. I did my progress pictures and updated my measurements, body fat percentage, weight, and all that horrible stuff that I don't like to come to terms with during my bulk. But I did add that to the forum in my journal, so I'll add the link to that here, and if you are brave or in need of a good laugh, you can go there and watch me get fatter because that is how it feels. So I guess I'll start with the good. The food. I am so excited about eating even more. I know it makes me sound like a glutton, but I'm really enjoying the food. I am a homemaker, so I'm at home all the time, and I love to bake. I always blame it on my alter ego, Gigi. So she gets to come out and play during these colder months when I'm bulking, which is one of the reasons why I tweaked my lifestyle so that my bulking happens during this time of year, because it's when I can stand having a bit more carbs and a bit more calories in general. So I've been pretty excited about that. I love being in the kitchen, and in the summer sometimes it's too hot to bake, so it kind of works, to my benefit for cutting because I'm eating a little bit less. But right now I love it. I bake a lot of yeast breads. I bake a lot of, like scones and pancakes and muffins and biscuits, and just, yeah, I'm a serious carb queen. So I'm loving that. It's also fun at night. My husband and I, we like to, at the end of the night, just sit back and, watch something on Netflix or something, and, we get to kind of munch, and I eat all the way, like, up until I, like, get in the bed. So I'm not one of those, like, I gotta stop eating by 7 o'clock types or anything. So this works really well. It ties right into that. I am loving my strength. My strength in the weight room is, like, off the charts. Seriously, I'm so excited. I love it. Right now I'm in Meso 3 of the STS program, which is, it's 6 to 8 reps. So I love that rep range. I would stay there all year long if I could. But if I stay there too long, I start to see, my results go backwards. So I try to alternate back and forth, but I am loving it right now. It's 4 weeks long, this mesocycle, but I'm going to repeat the 2 weeks in the middle because I just love it so much. And there's also a really good arm workout in it that I just adore, and I get really great results from it. And so typically I don't stay in any phase for more than about 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. Usually 4 is I'm done with it. So this one I'm gonna probably squeeze out the extra 6 weeks, and I like being able to do it with this particular phase because of the fact that the reps go, week 1 is 8, and then it's 7, and then it's 6, and then you go back to 8 again for the last week. So I like to repeat those 2 middle weeks, the 7 and the 6, and then, you know, I have the 2 8-rep weeks on the beginning and end of the method. So because the reps are changing every week, it makes it so that, you know, I can kind of stay in that phase a little bit longer than I usually would, and not really see any repercussions for it. So I love it. I tried it last year and it worked great. So I'm gonna do it again this year. I'm also finding that the creatine is actually really helping me. It's helping my joints and stuff like that. I have a lot of like fibromyalgia type pains and things like that, which I've read before that creatine could help that. Didn't really pay attention before, but I had been off of the creatine all spring and summer. So since starting back on it, I am noticing that added benefit. So I'm pretty happy about that, because usually my elbows kind of bother me a lot during a lot of my strength workout, and my wrists, and so I'm actually really excited that I get to go heavy and, you know, not have pain in my joints. So I feel like my joints are getting a lot stronger. And I also had a back injury last year around this time. So I'm seeing my strength in my back come back a lot faster than I thought it would. I couldn't do a lot of bent over rowing and stuff like that last year. No deadlifts or anything like that, because I kind of tweaked my lower back, and yeah, that was that. So I had to do a lot of modifications last year for STS. So I'm really excited to be able to just do everything all the way through kind of the way that I'm supposed to this time. So those are the good points. I'm sure there's lots more, but I'm seeing, and now this is, I'm going to lead it to the good and the bad. Another good is that I'm seeing a lot of good changes in the mirror during my workout, because I can see the muscle that I worked out. But after I work out, once I'm getting, like, you know, extra water retention and stuff like that, I don't see it as much. I can kind of see it sometimes with clothes on. But either way, I know it's there. So I am excited about that. But it's not all peaches. My clothes are not really fitting properly. My shirts are fitting tighter in the shoulders area, which I talked about this in the bulking series, about like how my clothes start to change, like how they feel, and that's what I'm experiencing right now. This time more than ever. Like I said, I can notice the difference in like my lat spread when I look in the mirror, or when I can get a good like view with one mirror here, one mirror here. But it is causing my sweaters and jackets and like almost everything to fit so awkward. I'm at the point now where almost all of my fitted like pea coats and stuff like that, I like bought all these cute coats for this weather. Most of them I cannot close because of the fact that my back, the V is coming out, so everything from armpit to armpit on the back side, it just doesn't, it's like a football player. It, you know, like I go like that and I can feel the tightness. I feel like I'm gonna like rip through my coat. That's kind of weird. But at the same time, it reminds me that, you know, that's the areas that I wanted to work on. I wanted to work on my delts. I wanted to work on my back to bring it out a little bit more, so I know that it is happening. I retain tons of water, so I know that that kind of helps too. But, you know, it's just, so I'm wearing a lot of dolman type tops that have the kind of wing area built in already, so those actually help make it a little bit more comfortable. But I haven't really found anything as far as my coats other than just not buttoning them. You know, I'm just like wearing extra scarves so that it's not too cold. Luckily, we are having a really, really mild winter, so it hasn't been that bad. I don't know what I would have done if it had to be, you know, super tight. Because I probably wouldn't have bought more coats because, yeah, I wouldn't have. If I had to say my number one thing that is driving me insane, it would be my stomach. Oh my gosh. It is just like, I mean, a lot of the other stuff I could probably deal with, but you know how we ladies are about our bellies, and that was like the first thing. I mean, I didn't have a six-pack or anything before, but it's just, it makes you feel uncomfortable, you know, just knowing that there's this extra here. And no, I'm not going to show you guys because it's horrible. You can kind of see it in the pictures that I took. You'll see that I had on that top that I wore at the beginning, you know, that I can't even fit now, but I put it on for the pictures and it's like suffocating me, you know, sausage girl. So my stomach drives me crazy. And I suppose, you know, whenever somebody gains weight, that's the main thing that drives them crazy. And, you know, you'll always hear people say, like, if I could just get my stomach flat, I'd be great. Like, that's how I feel. And, like, and I'm the biggest proponent, you know, always telling people, you can't spot reduce, you can't spot reduce. But, oh my gosh, if I could spot reduce my belly right now, I so would. Because I could deal with the rest of it. But, man, that is just, it's hard letting that one go. It is a good reminder, though, for me to continue to work my core, because I don't want to let the strength of my core go so much that it can't protect my lower back. I don't want to go through that again. So, yeah, I'm riding that out, but that's a struggle. And the other big one is my legs. You know, I'm still wearing the same pants that I talked about in the other video. Size 8s. What I did between the last two videos is I took some time off from legs. I took about 3 weeks just off from working legs because it was just driving me crazy, and I just doubled up on the upper body workouts and just kind of let, you know, my legs kind of shrink back down, because I just seem to, when I'm working them out all the time, it's like it just never goes away, and I couldn't fit anything anymore. So back when I was talking about how out of control my pants and my legs were, I stopped working legs for like 3 weeks, and wouldn't you know, I was back in like some 4s and 2s. So, you know, whatever, is what it is. But when I started Meso 3, I did start back working legs again. So I'm in the squat rack. I'm back in the size 8s because that's just where my legs are carrying it the most. It's that lower half. My belly, my legs, you know. But it's all for the greater good. So, those are the things that drive me the most crazy. Some things that are kind of weird is knowing that people are looking at me and wondering what the heck am I doing? Like, people know that I'm gaining weight, and, you know, the people that know that I'm doing it on purpose, you know, I know that they're probably waiting around like, what is this gonna work? So knowing that, I know some of you guys are thinking that, and like my friends and family, like wondering, what is she doing? Why is she just letting herself go like that? And maybe they're not thinking it, but you know, you just, in your head, you think that they're thinking that. And so that's kind of weird. But I know why I'm doing it. You know, I know a lot of people will just be like, why would you put yourself through this? But, you know, I have to look at the bigger picture, and I know that, you know, come a few months from now, come summertime, when, you know, I'm able to confidently wear the stuff that I want to wear, you know, like I love my racerback tops in the summer. You know, I'll be happy. I'll be happy for that width in my back right now that's driving me crazy when that time comes. And, you know, when a year or two from now, when other people are still flipping through the magazines and looking at the women, you know, and whatever, and Oxygen or Muscle and Fitness, or, you know, some of these magazines that show these, you know, like lean, muscular women or just fit looking women, you know, and maybe trying to figure out how to get like that. And a lot of times you're looking at women who have bulked, you know, several times and cut, and now they have that look, and people will be looking at those magazines trying to figure out how to get that look. And guess what? I will be well on my way to having it. So even though there are ups and downs, I'm feeling really, really positive right now about my bulk. I'm feeling really fat, but I'm feeling really positive. So I just wanted to share that. I know this is starting to, you know, carry on. So I will update again probably in a couple days or within the next week or so to let you guys know what my plans are, because I think my husband might have just threw a kink in my bulking plan, so I might have to stop earlier than I planned. So that is another reason why I'm just like sucking it up while it lasts. But I will let you guys know about that in the next video and let you go now. Talk to you guys later. Bye.